Well, my name is Barbara, and I am a realtor in Hampton Roads, Virginia. So I spent 30 years working with people with disabilities. And that job was helping them find homes, helping them find jobs, helping them develop the lives that they really wanted for themselves, even their benefits, trying to figure out different states, what they're entitled to. So when I retired from that, and I didn't know what I wanted to do, I knew it had to have that component where I really had some value in helping other people. I get to go to work every day and every evening, and I get to meet really wonderful people who tell me their hopes and their dreams. People selling their homes, that's often a different story. People are selling their homes typically because they need to. I don't accept every listing that I see, because if my job is to help you sell your house, then we've got to have some meeting of the minds. I mean, you've hired me for a reason. And houses sell based on condition, price, and location. I can't change your location, but it can work for you to change your condition and your price to be within that market range. When I'm selling somebody's house, I bring in a professional photographer. I'm not walking around with a camera trying to do it myself. So whether your house is selling for $66,000 or $600,000, I'm paying for your photographer. Okay? I'll bring in a professional stager who's going to help you look around and see how we can move things around. I'll do a pre-appraisal so that you know exactly what your house is going to appraise for. That all comes out of my pocket. I think some people think, oh, they only deal with high-end houses. That is not true. Okay, so I have sold houses for $66,000 and I have sold houses for $450,000. For me, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get the same services. I am not going to take the pictures myself because my commission check is going to be less. See, I made you a promise. My promise was, I'm going to work to sell your house. And that means that I work. I try to limit it to 6 days a week, but I work. And we get your house sold. Realtors who promise one thing and do something else really give us a bad name. And it's twofold. It's that I'm promising my client I'm going to do everything to sell your house, okay? But I'm also promising the buyer of that house that we're giving them a quality product. Beyond that, when those folks come in on the day they get their keys to buy the house, that means that they're getting a house in pristine condition. And I'm making sure that that house is absolutely perfect, because everybody deserves that. The best thing in the world is when a client sits at that closing table and looks at you and says, "That's it? I thought this was going to be so hard. That was all I had to do?" When you are a good realtor, your people have trust in you. You've developed that sense of trust that they know, all right, I don't know the answer to this, but you know what? I know Barb knows, and I hear that a million times. I told her you knew the answer to it. And if I don't know the answer to it, I'm going to find the answer to it. I tell a first-time home buyer who's nervous about mortgages and loans to let's start the process by sitting down and talking, okay? Folks are often nervous just because they don't have all the information. And talking about your finances is scary. So the first thing I do is I sit them down with a loan officer that I trust and say, this is what you qualify for. And if you don't qualify, they go the extra step and lay it out with them and say, okay, this is where the problem is. So the client walks off with a plan. They know how they're going to qualify. They've got a time frame. So if you want to buy a home, what you do now is you give me a call. I absolutely love working with people. My best day is if I met with 5 different people and I helped them do A, B, and C. So yeah, give me a call and let's just talk. You know, buying a house is a process. It's not something that happens overnight, and you need to feel comfortable. It's your decision. I work for you.